You save a few bucks up front, then the repair bills start rolling in. Then the cheap option becomes the expensive one. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 areas where chasing the cheapest option often backfires and how to make smarter decisions that will save you money long term. I'm Grady Cool, CEO of Cool Wealth Management. I help people make better investment decisions. The most often place I see cheap purchases is for quick fixes. You need something right now to make this problem just go away. Your office chair breaks because you were doing gymnastics with your imaginary best friend during a Zoom call. Now, your office chair is broken, so you can't work without an office chair. You need one to be able to work, so you order one for $30 off of Amazon while you're feeling a little tight on cash. A month later, you have back problems, and as a result, you're in pain and your productivity goes down by 10% a day. That's quite a bit. 6 months later, you have a broken chair that needs replaced again anyway. You would have been better off spending a little bit of money up front to avoid the physical pain and have a product that lasts. And don't get me wrong, it doesn't need to be a $1,000 chair. I'm talking about spending $100 instead of $30. It's not about buying the top of the line product. It's about finding the best bang for your buck and getting a product that actually works. Another common one is underpaying for services. If you're gonna get something done, it's usually better to get it done well the first time. We had one of the biggest storms I have seen in my entire time living in Phoenix in the past 20 years just recently. I have a buddy that started getting leaks through his roof, so he had to actually get the whole thing replaced. He could get it done cheaply, but then the probability that he has to have someone come do repairs in 3 or 4 months when there's another storm is a lot higher. And because it is for so long of the whole thing, roofs are usually 10 to 20 years, he could have someone out there doing maintenance every 3 months for that entire time period. Investing money up front to avoid future issues and costs and having to go through all the headache again, it's usually worth the price. The last area that I see people cheap out on a lot is long-term assets. I'm talking about things like cars or pieces of equipment you might use at home, such as a dishwasher, or at work like a printer. These are expensive purchases. If you don't have much cash, it can be tough to actually fork up the money to buy these at a little bit higher price and not just the bare minimum. I will say, I do think it is worth it to a degree. I think the top of the line equipment usually isn't worth the obnoxious dollar price you have to pay for it. For example, I drive a Honda Civic I bought brand new a few years ago. Has worked like a charm, very little maintenance. I could have went out and got a Lexus or an Audi, but I just don't need to do that. They don't hold up the same way. I didn't go top of the line, but I also didn't go bottom of the barrel, and works out fairly well with a lot of different categories. The absolute cheapest possible option is usually going to cost you more because you're going to have to buy it again a whole lot sooner. Now, if you have to take out debt to go up 1 or 2 steps in terms of quality, I think it's more of a question. If it is something where you're paying an interest rate more than, say, around what a mortgage might cost, I might just put up with the bottom tier stuff.